Call of Cthulhu. Released in 2018 and based more off the roleplay based off the story Call of Cthulhu. I have to admit, this is probably one of the best games I've played with Call of Cthulhu in the name. And it's literally based off one of the possible adventures you can have in the Call of Cthulhu roleplay game. And if you take a look and compare it online with the roleplay game image, the title actually does match up. It is also nicely done with the graphics of the time. You play the game as an private investigator, Franklin Pierce, and I wonder, it's not, a play on words. Of course, I can't remember the full name of the MASH character off the top of my head. But he's a private investigator who served in World War I. He is battling survivor's guilt. If you don't know what survivor's guilt is, it's a natural thing when you survive some sort of tragic moment. And basically you deal with, the guilt of surviving when everyone else perished before you. Common thing with, I believe, with soldiers. And he's been hired to go to dark water by the father of an artist. He is to investigate her death, because it seems to be more than it seems. Just by the name, you know something malevolent is happening there. Or you get that feeling. Now, Darkwater is a whaling community set on an island. So their livelihood is whaling, but they haven't done much whaling in recent years. In fact, the last big thing was a miracle catch, where they brought something back. And things are going on. So the game opens pretty much in your office, and then when you enter Darkwater. So you are interacting and doing investigation stuff. This means looking around, making decisions based off what you see and what you hear. In fact, as you explore around, you will earn points to upgrade some of your abilities. Hence the roleplay aspect. Certain things only upgrade when you find certain items. As you play through the game, you are going to make friends, you are going to make enemies, and you are going to have to deal with all sorts of things. Is one path going to lead you in? Yes. Is another path going to lead you in? Yes. But your decisions help dictate the path you take. Eventually, you start discovering some very strange things. And when you go up to the manor house, you get to piece together that the fire that caused the death of the family didn't kill the family. So something's odd. So, what happens? Well, you use your investigative skills and you find that there is a cult working on dark water. You see your one ally apparently die, but somehow he's brought back to life. It doesn't make sense. You find the doctors at the sanitarium, and the lead doctor is doing something very wrong. And our doctor doesn't condone what he does and thinks he's up to something. In fact, that doctor is helping you escape the sanitarium, which leads into a stealth portion of the game, which is indeed tricky. You are always given mission objectives as you play the game to what you must do, and you have to figure out the proper path to go. Sometimes. Eventually, when you escape the asylum, you discover another danger, the Shambler, which is out to get anyone who views its painting. When you go to investigate that painting, of course, you see the Shambler and it comes out of the painting. And you must now figure out how to return the Shambler into the painting. You cannot harm the Shambler directly. Once you get through that part, you go to an occult shop, bookshop in the town. And eventually find the Necronomicon. You also make a possible ally there. You then have a moment of the game where you are Dr. Colden, as she is trying to figure out what Dr. Fitzroy is up to. Which means tending to patients and somehow getting into his office and finding out things. Once you do that, well, Colden's going to meet a grim end. And Pierce goes to save her, finds she is no longer among the living, period, gets caught, must escape again, but he comes across Sarah Hawkins, alive and well. And then escapes with her, only to be attacked by her husband, who is in the process of transforming. And when I say transforming, he is becoming like a deep one. Once you escape with her, Pierce is eventually taken to... You have to find something in the house. Then Pierce is arrested for burning down the asylum. Not that his story will make much sense or if anyone will believe him. About this time, Leviathan is becoming more of a presence in the town. Leviathan was the miraculous catch. Still alive after all these years. You get to witness Sarah Hawkins trying to banish the Shambler, which unfortunately, it event here that impacts the ending big time. Because regardless if she is successful, but she succumbs to destiny. She is now part of the cult. Pierce must now escape. Of course, he's let out by his only police ally. And he must make his way to the warehouse where Leviathan is, as Sarah Hawkins has gone there. This is not made easy, as there are a lot of cultists running around. Almost everybody you're going to run into at this point is a cultist and will attack to kill you or something. Hence, stealth and shooting are your key weapons. You face the choice of who you can save, which ally you can save. You save them and you can move on, get to the warehouse, survive all the events in the warehouse, and you will end up in the water and eventually on an island where the ritual is taking place. This is eventually your final choice in the game, and it will allow you to pick the ending. Certain portions of it are dependent on how sane you are, what you have discovered, and everything. In the end, we find out and it should also be noted that at this time Cthulhu is approaching. And I have to say, this is probably one of the most chilling moments in the game. They also do a very good job of depicting him. You have all the menace, all the malevolence, all the terror inducing there. And what is to end it? What is the ending? That is entirely up to you. It is a very, very moving moment. Whatever you choose is definitely the end of the game. I chose to do the counter ritual. And there are about 4 endings, so the trick is making the choices that allow you to pick each ending. And each ending choice is actually how things play out. It is a beautiful rendition. Dark Water feels like a very dark and foreboding place. The caves that the cult are working in, very, very gloomy, very scare inducing. It really captures the essence of what this game is. And as I said, it is one of the best games I have ever played with the Call of Cthulhu moniker on it. With the options and the possible endings, I'm sure you could play this game different each time and get a wonderfully unique experience each time. It is brilliant. It is beautiful. It is a work of art. It is one of the few games to really do the Cthulhu mythos justice. And that's all I'm going to say about this game. I appreciate if you've listened this far. Thank you very much. Give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. These retrospectives go up every Saturday at 10 p.m. And until next time, take care, have fun.